Hey guys, welcome to a special bonus episode where we murder the Berserker and then go off and assassinate the Archmage. First, the Berserker and his whopping 15,000 HP. Right off the bat, you may notice I am using chain form and am having Ray use resist. This is because the person in the lead has a semi-high shot of being hit while in chain form. This is to negate the creature's very high attack power and save myself a soul gem, really, which is what everyone has at all times in this battle. Of course, I get unlucky and he splatters Ryu. Now, there is no shame in using soul gems when you're fighting these guys, especially if you're under 40. No shame at all. Another benefit to the soul gems is that you get to keep your buffs, which is great. Just make sure you remember to replace your soul gems after they break. Another thing you may or may not have noticed is my theft attempts to get the Ares gloves he is carrying. They are the best shields for your entire party, so try to grab a couple of pairs if you can. If you've been paying attention to the equip screen as I go through this fight, you may have noticed that Ray has 75 agility. This is pretty much the lower limit to using the strategy that I am currently employing to fight both the Berserker and the Archmage. While being faster would certainly help, the secret to the number 75 lies in the stat bonuses that you get for switching into your dragon forms. The warrior, for example, has an innate boost of 180% to its speed, meaning that when I transform Ryu while I'm in chain form with Ray in front, he gains something like 135 agility. That is more than enough to get EX turns against the Berserker, and I think the Archmage, although I do end up giving an extra speed boost to Ryu just to double check. This allows me to focus and then aura when I attack the Archmage and the Berserker. If you still can't get EX turns after doing this, then throw in the Thorn Gene. It gives you an extra 30% agility. Now on to the Berserker itself. Notice how it starts the battle swaying side to side. That means it's confused, which is a good and a bad thing. Good because you will always know what is coming, a physical hit. Bad because you can't really stop that hit from killing someone. You should use this time to buff up with Might, Warshout, and Speed, however. After 3 turns or a physical hit, the Berserker regains its sanity and the fight changes slightly. First off, he'll throw out a new move called Fire Whip. This move does absurd damage to your entire party, but it is an elemental attack that can be easily negated using the Fire Rings or the Magma Armor, and Ryu's Fire Gene. He will still occasionally do a regular attack, but mostly he uses Fire Whip. For my EX turns, I like to focus so that my auras hit that much harder, although you can just aura continuously if your AP allows it. I don't like to do that though, just in case Ryu eats a physical attack and gets reverted back to normal, allowing me the AP to change back to the Fire Warrior in case that happens. After Ryu is fully powered up, it doesn't really matter what your other 2 party members do for the rest of the fight. I like to continue to try and steal and do what damage I can with moves such as Shadowwalk. Using an ivory dice in this time is also not a bad idea to maximize the XP. One last notable thing about the Berserker is that when he reaches 25% health, he will use the skill Berserk, which raises his attack power through the roof. It is not anything to worry about, though, as long as you have soul gems equipped. When you defeat the Berserker, he awards 30,000 experience points and has a chance to drop Roofed Spear, a decent weapon for Gar if you don't like the Beast Spear. Next up is the Archmage, who is actually easier in some ways, but harder in others. The Archmage has 2,500 hit points, so let's get started. The same basic principles apply from the previous fight. Soul gems, buffs, and a warrior dragon transformation. Don't bother trying to steal from him though, as this only nets you a soul gem. The Archmage himself has 4 notable things that he can do. He has 2 different attacks, a special good deed thing that he can do for you, and super regeneration. First off, his attacks. Mjolnir and Mind Sword. Both will pretty much wreck you, but they only target one person, so hey, there's that. Mjolnir is lightning elemental, so you can block it with Thunder Rings or the Thunder Gene, and suffer no damage. Mind Sword is pretty much the Archmage saying screw you though, and I find it is his pretty much favorite thing to cast. The other skill that the Archmage knows is Benedictation, and he will, as far as I know, always cast it whenever you have 2 characters dead on the field, meaning that you more than likely will never die to the Archmage. Finally, he regenerates 1500 HP each turn, meaning you have to do more than that in a turn to defeat him. I like to use Focus ×2 and then Aura. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill. When defeated, the Archmage awards 39,000 experience points and a Holy Avenger. Ray's best weapon and a decent one for Ryu if you didn't get the Royal Sword. He always drops the Holy Avenger. This concludes this bonus episode. Thanks for watching.